Despite what people like to say, the new update did not ruin Skyrim modding. The community has already come out with some really high quality new mods, even this soon after the update. So let's take a look at a few of them. Starting with honestly one of my favourite armors ever released, we have the Fluted Armor by Fourth Unknown. This new knightly armor is basically a direct recreation of the Fluted Armor from Demon Souls, which I think looks fantastic. It especially suits Breton knights and warriors with its regal and royal aesthetic. The mod also comes with a little tattered scarf that is physics enabled if you get the HDT add-on mod. Xtudo has also made some additional add-ons and patches for the mod, including one that adds a new unique sword and shield that goes perfectly with the armor, a new patch to distribute the armor to Lydia, which I'm personally using as it really suits her, and as well as giving the armor a weight slider so it molds to suit your character at whatever weight level you are. The armor itself is slightly stronger than Orcish and Steel Plate, but weaker than Ebony. To actually find and acquire the new armor, you have to go to the Wayland Stones, just north of the Lorius Farm. Here you can find a fallen knight wearing the armor. While it's not the most inventive way of integrating a new armor set, it's in a location that you would rarely visit, especially early in the game, so you'd likely stumble upon it at the appropriate level. Skyrim's town guards have long been known for their limited and often repetitive dialogue, but with the extended guard dialogue mod, we're one step closer to Todd's vision of Radiant AI. The mod gives guards a lot of new conditional dialogue that they'll only say depending on your achievements and playstyle, making them much more aware and reactive.
How do you not manage to lose your voice after shouting so many times?
What makes this mod different is its use of AI speech synthesis to add the new lines of dialogue. These additions are so seamlessly integrated that they're very nearly indistinguishable from the original voice acting. Here's some of what you can expect from the guards now. As Skyrim tracks a plethora of miscellaneous stats like the number of rabbits you killed or the amount of butterfly wings you've collected, now the guards will comment on these little details, acknowledging your unique playstyle and the milestones you achieve.
Must be dangerous, fighting all those undead. Heard you've killed quite a few recently.
Clearing a notable location is no small feat, and with this one it won't go unnoticed. Guards may now recognize your triumphs and even offer congratulations, making your accomplishments feel more real in the world of Skyrim.
Was it you who cleared out the bandits from Redorun's retreat? If so, good job.
And the guards are now more in tune with the world around them. They'll make more observations about the day, the weather, and other aspects of the world state.
Sundust today. Here's hoping this week will be easier than the last.
Helping to make them feel like they're actually living in the game world. All in all, the mod includes 168 new lines, catering to 3 guard voice types being the classic male guard, the male Nord commander, and the female Nord voice. And as an important technical note, the mod doesn't come with any script files, which means you can seamlessly add it to your game mid-playthrough without any compatibility issues. Now we'll look at Fantasia Landscapes, which is a complete overhaul of Skyrim's natural environment. It covers everything from the roads to the mountains, and even through to the dark mine shafts and the frozen caves. All the terrain is transformed. What makes Fantasia Landscapes one of the best texture packs of recent times is its extremely detailed textures, which comes in various resolutions being 1K, 2K and the ultra detailed 4K. The mod also has the option for parallax textures, which for those unfamiliar adds a layer of depth, giving the ground a 3D effect to make it look more real. The sandy beaches, for instance, I think look especially good with the feature, as now the little pebbles and other details really pop, making them look leagues better than what was in the original game. And also for the snow. In the base game it's rather flat and lacks detail, but with Fantasia Landscapes the snow gains texture and depth. The same goes for the dirt and mud, which now appear far more pleasing to the eye. As you can see from the comparisons, these are a huge upgrade, and as I said, Fantasia Landscapes doesn't just stop at the surface. It delves deep, retexturing the underside of Skyrim by retexturing the mines, caves and ice caves. Next up we have Children of the Hist, an Argonian NPC overhaul. This mod brings a much needed overhaul to the Argonians, which are supposedly one of Tamriel's most diverse races, despite them all pretty much looking the same in Skyrim, with the only thing setting them apart being their colouring. The Argonians in lore exhibit a wide range of physical characteristics, from their scales to their head shapes, to their distinct adornments of feathers, fins, horns and spikes. With this mod you'll encounter far more unique looking Argonians, as it adds new hair options inspired by the other games in the Elder Scrolls series, a diverse array of textures for the eyes, feathers and body scales, and unique details like custom tails and tongue colour variations. The mod was made by the author of the extremely popular Khajiit Diversity overhaul, and the goal of this mod is pretty much the same, which is to showcase the true variety of their appearances hinted at in the lore. What I like best about this mod is that it also introduces personality driven changes. For instance, Stand-in Shadows now has a more weathered appearance, reflecting a skooma addiction. Meanwhile, Jari Raz transformed into a tougher, more formidable figure, with a strong jawline, enhancing his character's more roguish and rough nature. All in all, the mod just helps to bring a more authentic and lore-friendly representation of one of Skyrim's most unique races. Now for a new set of armor and weapons, we have the Gryphonknight Regalia, Breton Noble Armor. The author of the mod wrote a little bit of lore to go with the armor instead of just dumping it in a chest somewhere in Skyrim. Crafted by the Royal Smiths of Evermore, the Gryphonknight Regalia was once the pride of a High Rock Baron, and to reflect that, accompanying the armor is a very stylish Bretonnian sword. The armor itself is just as strong as ebony armor, and can be tempered using quicksilver ingots. To claim this armor, you have to journey to Dead Crone Rock, where you have to confront its current owner and take it from his corpse. The armor set comes with the greatsword, as well as a short sword that acts as a dagger for the one-handed users. On the technical side of things, the armor comes with very high resolution textures, with options ranging from the ultra detailed 8K down to the more performance friendly 2K, as well as an optional SMP version, which brings animated details to the helmet and armor, which just makes the armor look even better. Now this mod is a little bit different from what I'd usually cover on the channel. We have Trainwreck, a crash logger. Trainwreck is the latest and greatest crash logger that can help you tell what's causing your crashes. It's really simple to use. Once your game crashes, it will open a text file with the crash report. From here it will tell you the mods that could very well be causing your issues. Though keep in mind it isn't magic. It can't know for sure, but it will make a very educated guess. For instance, my game was crashing upon launch yesterday as I was fiddling around with my mod list. And instead of spending hours disabling and enabling mods trying to find the culprit, Trainwreck was able to tell me that consoleutil.dll was very likely the culprit crashing my game. So I looked at consoleutil and realized that it hasn't been updated to the latest game version yet, so I disabled it and now my game runs again. What's even better about Trainwreck is that the author has built it so that no future update can ruin it. It will forever work with whatever update Skyrim inevitably has coming in the future. It's really simple, really effective, and I don't see why you wouldn't use it. Next we'll look at Conditional Sneak, which is quite a unique mod. This mod makes it so that your character will sneak differently according to how well lit the room or environment is. You can set it up to play whatever sneak animations you want, but I chose the mod to use underdog animations when out in the daylight or a very lit room, as it makes your character move sneakier and look like they're trying to walk on their tiptoes. For medium light levels, I chose Varnagand animations, which looks to be slightly more relaxed than underdog, which I thought made sense as the lack of light would hide them slightly better. And for areas with little light or when out at night in say a thunderstorm, I chose Everglades relaxed sneak animations, as the darkness would do most of the stealth work for you. But as I said, you could choose whatever animations you'd like from whatever mod you like. That's all the mod does really. It was made as a proof of concept, as no other mods currently change your animations according to the light level. Perhaps in the future we'll see some more light based animation mods for vampires or something. Now we've looked at some new armors in this video, so now let's look at some great new weapons. The Artifact of Might mod introduces an arsenal of 7 new weapons, each with its own unique design and characteristics. It's inspired by various sources, including Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Game of Thrones, and just Norse themed weapons. First we'll look at the Harbinger's Claw. This brilliant looking sword is found in Kodlet's bedroom in Jorveska. It's temperable with a single steel ingot, and boasts a base damage of 22. The Harbinger's Claw swings slightly faster than regular greatswords, and features a Damascus blade. I think it makes for the perfect choice for the Harbinger of the Companions. Next we'll journey to Solstheim, specifically to the Starum deposit that you uncover during the Starum source quest. There you'll find Grahizve encased in a tomb. This greatsword is temperable with a piece of Starum ore, has a base damage of 20, and a slightly longer reach than regular greatswords. I think this blade is perfect for a Scout warrior, as its unconventional shape suits them well. In Gildenhall Barrow you can find the Raider's Axe. This axe deals 13 base damage and swings faster than regular axes. It also has a slightly higher critical hit multiplier, and stylistically I think it's perfect for Viking characters. The Nightfall blade, which once belonged to Mercer Frey, can be found in his house. This dagger has a base damage of 8 and is slightly faster than regular daggers, and it also comes with a higher critical hit multiplier, making it for an ideal companion for a sneak thief. In Dead Man's Respite, Svaknir's dirt can be found on Svaknir's corpse. It's temperable with a steel ingot and only has a base damage of 6, but also boasts a higher critical damage multiplier compared to regular daggers. And in the ruins of Lost Valkig, you'll discover the Wyvern Mace, which has a base damage of 12 and like with a lot of the weapons in this pack, swings slightly faster than normal maces. And finally, Velstrong Garrick is located outside Forelhost near the World Wall. It requires 2 steel ingots for tempering and it deals 18 base damage. Although it swings slightly slower than regular maces, it compensates with a higher critical damage multiplier and more staggering power. Well, that's everything for today. Hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to endorse the mod you love.